A very good afternoon to our lecturer, Madam Chu. My name is Chen Ning, and I'm the group leader for our group, which is Lab 2, Group 4. Today, our group will be presenting on the Assignment 1 of COS 10026. I will be presenting my main contribution to the assignment, which would be the index page. Let's take a look at the HTML markups for the page. So we have a navigation bar on the top of the web page, which is created using an unordered list and placing all of the hyperlinks to the individual pages as the list items. We also have two drop-down menus, which are products and profile. For those drop-down menus, the hyperlinks are placed in an additional div element. For the main content of the page, they are all separated in different div elements. So we have about us, and we also have a YouTube video, which is related to fun facts about cactus and succulents, and it's embedded in the web page using the iframe tag. And also we have the contact information of the owners. Each of these div elements used, they all have a selector, either a unique ID or class, to avoid clashes in the style.css file, which I will be talking about now. So these are the CSS markups that we had used. So all of the div elements, all of the content from the navigation bar to the content, they are all styled using CSS. And I think we can directly look at the effects of the markups. So this is the index page. So as you can see, all of the colors and all of the text, they are all styled using style.css, as well as all of the sections of content. This is the iframe that I mentioned. The dimensions are also specified using CSS markups, and these three boxes are also styled using CSS markups to give them a more stylish view. And this is our footer section with clickable buttons, as well as a link to our video presentation. That is all from me today. Thank you.
Hello, madam, and this is Shirleen, and I will talk about the structure of product page and the profile page. So I will talk about the product page first. So our product page start with the heading, which is separated with the contents by using a division. And then the contents were listed in tables, and the tables were separated by using a section tag. As you can see that there is a raw span 4 for the image. This is to set the image to the left side of the table, and then the contents will be set to the right side of the table. And then we're moving on to the footer. Here are the buttons that links to the reference websites. And now we'll see the style CSS. These are the CSS for the product page. And then here are the image path, which give the product page a banner. And here are the effects. We have the hover effects and the clickable effects for the buttons. And now we'll see the web page. Here are the banner that I have mentioned. And this is the tables that talk about the 4 different types of airplanes. And this is the footer. And here are the buttons that links to the reference websites. It has a hover effects and a clickable effects. And now moving on, we will talk about the profile page. So our profile page start off with a division, and then there's a heading, and there's another division box for the demographic information of each members. And then here is the footer. The footer has 2 different buttons, which is the first one is the mail to button. Another one is to the links to the reference websites. And now we'll see the CSS of the profile page. Here is the CSS for the profile page. Each member have different image path so that they have different wallpapers based on their likings. So we'll directly see the web page. I will use our leader's web page as example, our leader's profile page as example. Here are the names, the student ID, and the course and roles that are set up center align. This is the division box that I've mentioned. And all the demographic information stated in the table. And here are the two different buttons that I have mentioned, which is the email me that links to the student webmail. And then here is the reference website. These are the structure for the profile pages and product pages. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Tseng Zhi. So I'm going to explain about the registration page. So this is how it looks like. And as you can see, the registration form is divided into two parts, which is the personal information and the home address. And at the bottom, you can see two buttons here. And the first button is used to submit the registration form, and the second button is used to reset the entire form. And the green button here is representing the acknowledgement of the background of this page. And now let's take a look at the HTML code. So as you can see, I have created two field sets here, this one and this one, which respectively representing the personal information and the home address. And the most common input type that I use in this page is the text input. So for some of the text input, I have created some restriction for them, such as this one, and this one, using the pattern command. And for the gender selection part, I uses the radio as the input type so that the customer can just either choose male or female. And I have created a selection drop-down menu for like here, so that the customer can just directly choose their own states. And now let's take a look at the CSS file. So these are the codes that styles the whole page, and like this part here is used to style the background of the page, and the code here is used to style the both of the view sets. And this is the following codes, and that's all for me. Thank you.
Good day, madam. My name is Brenda, and this is the enhancement HTML file for our web page. So in this enhancement page, the main information about enhancements, they are placed underneath this div element, which is actually a box model. And the information are organized using OL and ordered list to put all the information, including the name, description, and also location of enhancement and reference inside. With all the class names and ID name given, we can style these elements accordingly without corrupting the other HTML files CSS. So in our style CSS, we can look at all of these. The enhancement, HTML enhancement content, they all represents that they are from the enhancement page. Let's say for this is to style the entire HTML file. This is to style the content. This is to style the ordered list, description, text. The first button, the first button with anchor pseudo classes, the second buttons, and so on. This is the overall look of how our enhancement page looks like. The div element, as mentioned, creates this box model with padding, border, margin, and so on. And inside here, the ordered list, including the first one, drop-down menu, hover effect, and so on. And of course, the buttons. The first button is used to link to the location of enhancement, and it's colored in green. Let's say we want to check out the home page with the drop-down menu. We can click on the button, and it brings us to the home page with this section where the implementation is done. The second button is for reference. Let's say we want to check out how video implementation is done. We can click on this. It brings us directly to the website that we referred to. And this is it for our enhancement page. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Elaine Ho, and today I'll be talking about the order page for this Thai succulent website. In this order page, you can see that there is the list of products for the customers to choose from, the quantity option, delivery mode, payment method, payment details, and the clear and confirm buttons. As you can see, the order form is the main heading in this web page, which is why in the HTML we use H1 text to define it is the most important heading in the page. Next, the order form is created using the method attribute which sends form data to the link webmail, which in this case is the abc@gmail.com. So whenever a person submits this order form, it will automatically be sent to this webmail. Next, the list of the types of products are displayed using the select element to create a drop-down list as shown in the order form. This is the drop-down list. Next, for the quantity options, the number input is used to allow customers to specify the quantity of items they would like to order. Meanwhile, for the delivery mode and payment method, radio input is used to allow customers to select their preferred delivery and paying method. Moving on, the payment details are put within a field set for the purpose of grouping the final payment details into a form like this. Lastly, two button elements with reset and submit attributes are used to create clear and confirm buttons. Following on to the CSS, the order form is styled to have a 15-pixel border radius with a light green background, which matches with the theme of cactus and succulents. Lastly, the buttons are styled with a hover and active effect. This is the hover and the active effect, which is clickable. These animated buttons are able to make the page livelier and will entice the visitors to explore what our website has to offer. That's all from our group. Thank you.